cringe in him, even though he's 1 year old.
He don't know.
How do you think this is going to affect Jonas?
Well, it's gonna hurt the first part. He said, "I want to go home."
Do you think he'll be able? Do you think he'll be able to live in a society where this is what happens?
He probably gonna kill his father.
That's not what happened.
You think he might go crazy in the community? Michael, what do you think?
He is, but yeah, he probably will.
Michael, what do you think? Hold up a second. I'm trying to hear. Nothing?
Man, he gonna kill his father.
What about this? What did Jonas's father say about release?
It was a good thing. Why did you do that?
Brandon, what about you? Oh, you might have missed this part because you haven't been
I
here.
think I missed it too.
Someone, what did Jonas's father say about release? How does he talk about release?
Like it
He
was
said
happy
it was
go
a good
lucky.
or bad
He
thing.
talks about a happy thing. Was he lying?
Yeah.
No, he don't
But
know
from
that.
his point of view, he was saying it like he was cool.
Shay, why do you think that his father might not be lying?
Cause he doesn't know that.
Know what?
Know that this is what happens when people get released. He don't know that he.
Jonas's father?
He probably think they just sneak.
So you're thinking that maybe he's so brainwashed he thinks that.
Yes, I can't tell the story because it's gonna make. I can't tell it, but.
Or what was one of the rules that Jonas was allowed to do? That was a secret rule for the game.
To lie.
To lie. What was one of the things he was wondering when he found out?
He thought everybody lied.
So could his father have a secret rule that says he can lie about what he does?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Do we know?
No.
So there's two things, right? He might just not know what's happening. He might believe it, or he could be lying. The three types of release that we're talking about is assisted suicide, so when she dies, it's assisted suicide. You give someone the means. Infanticide. What do you think infanticide means?
But somebody doing his work.
Infanticide. I think that means DeAndre.
Death by a child.
Not by a child, but death of a child, an infant. And then euthanasia. Euthanasia is when it's assisted suicide of old people.
Death, motherfucker, death.
Just be careful with the language. One thing, it says the release of an infant is to choose society's rules of simplicity over human life itself.
What?
So one more time. Why are they releasing the child? What was wrong with the child?
Put
You can't have kids in the community.
Death to you, bitch. Death to them.
What would happen if there were two of the people? What would it do to the community sense of, what would it do?
Turn out of whack when somebody tries to find someone else but ends up talking to
It
them.
causes confusion.
So it causes confusion and messes up all the rules, how simple and easy everything
Get
is.
like the twins we see in school.
What's more important? Think about this. What's more important? The group?
Don't go to that door.
No. What's more important? The group or individuals?
Individual.
That's your stupid ass.
Not the door.
That's it, girl.
Leg.
What's more important, the group or being an individual?
I'd rather be an individual.
So you'd rather be an individual. We learned about what thing yesterday? What did Jonas not know anything about? Love, and love comes from a what?
Two?
Family first.
Family. He learned about family. You don't have that individual sense. You have just the community. So it's better to kill a child than it is to disrupt the community. Because individuals don't matter. You as a person don't matter.
You pointing at the wrong person.
You as a person don't matter. What's more important is that everyone as a whole is safe. Even if that means you as an individual dies. We're going to answer some questions.
Child.
How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that? Do you think that individuals matter?
Yes.
Do you matter?
Yeah,
Should I care about each of you individually, or should I just care about the whole class?
You need to care about the whole class, but there should be a bond you should have with every single child.
I do. I like what Shay said. Care about you all as a group, and then also care about you as individuals. So here we go. Last 4 questions, and then we're going to write our summaries. Number 6. Blair, read it out. Question 6.
6.
Bad. Gonna be bad.
The giver does not think that Jonas should watch the morning release of the twins because he thinks he might not be able to have it.
Okay, so number 6. Does the giver think that
That's false.
Jonas?
False.
False. Why is it false, DeAndre?
Because he turns.
Oh, no, your name's not DeAndre. Why did the giver want him to watch it? You want to ask someone else to help out?
Need y'all.
I help out.
No,
Shay,
you don't want
you
your
weren't
help.
chosen.
Because he already seen the memory and he already know what it feel like to have death because
So
he
he
got
wants
shot.
him to understand that. So why Deandra?
He out.
And he wants him to understand.
Death.
Wants him to
Death
see.
upon
So
you.
we're gonna say false for number 6. Stefan, will you read question 7 for us, please?
The giver asks who see the tape of the twin release. The
Attendant.
hesitates because there's such an annual request.
Did the attendant hesitate when he asked to see the tape?
No.
No.
No. Right, Brandon.
He said one more.
It's
It
true.
was like, who? No,
He
the
keep
did not hesitate. The person's like,
Oh.
yes, giver.
Hesitate.
Yes, giver. Yes, giver.
Can I read the
Go ahead, Shay, question 8.
Number 8, right?
Question 8 is not true or false.
Why does
Excuse me, Shay asked Brandy.
B.
Shay, go ahead, out loud so everyone can hear you.
Why does the giver oh shit. Why does the giver keep telling Jonas to be quiet? A.
It's
he
B.
motherfucker.
Let's keep the
language, man?
Let her read it, Blair. Keep your dick
What?
out. Shh.
Oh, you went.
Go ahead.
A. He is annoying.
Annoyed.
He is annoyed by Jonas' character. B, chatter. He wants Jonas to pay attention and watch the screen. C. He is afraid that someone is listening to their conversation. D. He has a headache. E. None of the above.
Which of them?
B.
B. I mean, he might have a headache and he might be annoyed because Jonas keeps talking, but we're going to go with B. He wants Jonas to pay attention.
Let's look on the whole situation messed up, though.
I'm gonna read that.
I'm agreeing with you. Why do you think it's messed up?
Child.
Huh?
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah,
I had to make sure.
I don't
I had a
think
hard
I can
time just watching somebody
Man,
learn.
I'm gonna take care of
They-
mine.
do- Michael, read the last question, please. Number 9. When Jonas.
When Jonas starts to realize what's going on, he has to be able to stop it.
False.
False.
True.
He doesn't ask him to stop. Take.
True.
It just went off.
Alright.
True.
The last thing we're going to do today.
The team.
Right, 5 to 7 sentences summarizing what happens in chapter 18 and 19.
Maybe
Things-
number 8.
18 is this one. What was question 8?
It was 8, right?
B.
Why was it B?
Because he kept telling him to shush, just watch.
So he just wanted to watch.
Oh, look. I wrote mine.
Oh, you did? Let me come over and check it once I get all this stuff. So again, I got your directions on here. In 5 to 7 sentences, summarize what happens in chapter 18. And I have it written type down next to it. These 3 questions. Big things is what type of critical thinking? What sort of examples? Look at your page. I said that identifying the main thing that happens is what type of thinking? Remembering, so we're finding facts. Number 2, which characters were involved? What type of thinking are we looking at? It's on the paper.
This paper.
Remembering and analyzing.
Remembering and analyzing.
Grading and applying.
We're taking the information and we're showing that we understand it. And then the last one is right, Blair. It's creating. Create your own answers. Yes, Randy, you may go get some water. We have
Stop it.
a half hour to write this. So we should definitely have a little free time today.
Gee.
But I'm going to push you guys. I need at least 5 sentences because we have a half hour to write it. So 5 to 7 sentences. Answering those 3 questions. What is the main thing that happened in chapter 18 and chapter 19? So I'm going to be looking for both of those. Which characters were involved? Let's make that easy. There's only 2 characters, right? Who are they? Giver, Jonas. Oh, my bad. There's not
It's
just 2.
3.
Who's the other one?
The little girl, the lady.
Rose
We got
Green.
put all in a minute?
The baby.
Were they
The
main parts of the
daddy.
chapter?
The baby, the
Boy,
daddy.
the baby, dad, together, John.
So I'll write them down so everyone can see.
You smoking out.
White mountain.
So let's write all of them down. What were the big things? One person at
Death
a
of the
time.
child.
The main thing of the chapter
Chapter 18.
No, it's released.
Hold up, one at a
Child.
time. Chapter 18, what was the big thing?
Get released.
Who got released?
Rosemary.
So we found out about Rosemary.
And the babe.
The baby's which chapter?
19.
Yes, so this is chapter 18. Chapter 18, we found out Rosemary. She released herself, right?
Yeah.
Why did she release herself?
She was tired of life.